I'm losing it, guys. I lost it.
I was holding up like if someone breaks.
I was the one
does
who
this
broke
go
the
on?
last time. I did not break this time.
I could feel it happening. I'm like, the
I'm
longer
sorry.
this goes on, the more high risk we're getting.
Yeah.
He was like stone cold over here.
Okay. Can't break me.
Nope.
Impressive.
I want to do a whole stream like that.
No.
Joe just staring.
Absolutely not.
Just stare.
4 hours of us
Cold
staring at the
Iron, you
camera.
can just find points for your character to just stare right at the camera.
It's fine. Actually, yeah.
I mean, because they're so sweet and friendly and welcoming.
We just sweet baby angels.
Yeah.
Sweet baby
Yeah,
angels.
they gotta make Will feel like a part of the group.
Exactly.
Since everyone else is a sweet angel.
Now that we've gone live, I've got to go deal with a small child issue.
They know the timing so well. Don't worry.
Yeah, they really do.
They're psychic.
Oops. Hello.
Well, hello everyone.
Hello.
Sorry, I just saw Julia's comments and now I'm dying. This is why I don't look at the chat when I'm running games, because this is what happens. I am going to kill some time until we get Bella back. And so it's good to be back. It has been a month since we had this lovely cast of characters, these sweet baby angels, on the screen.
Innocent.
Done nothing wrong
Innocent.
ever in our lives.
Innocent.
Please keep saying that, Raph.
Innocent.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I trust this. So, hi. We are live from the apocalypse. We are an unhinged streaming channel, and this is what we do. We are a not-for-profit TTRPG studio. Raph, you're good.
They're gone. Stick a fork in them, they're gone.
Maybe they saw Julia's new comment.
We are unraveling tonight. That is where we are at, apparently. This is going to be an interesting stream. We good? We good, Raph?
Yeah, this just means nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, why would anything bad happen?
It's fine. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Continue.
No,
Sorry.
you said no Rammies. You said there are no Rammies for this game. So
Yeah, that's true.
I
You
said there
did.
were no Rammies. I did.
Mhm.
This is not a season of Secrets and Shadows. We don't do Rammies in this game. It's fine.
No.
Okay, well, then wait, hold on. Then what do we do? JD?
Nothing. We're innocent.
Nothing. None of you have ever done anything wrong ever in your lives.
I mean,
Well,
that's correct. That you
Well,
can
some of us are dancing around getting pulled into a murder investigation, and some of us are just begging to be involved.
Listen, a
apparently.
win is a win.
Would you like to just share with the audience what constitutes a win? We're going like way out of order, and this is totally fine.
What constitutes a win in this current situation, this current moment? Getting, questioned by people that I admire. Getting roped in to the murder mystery. Getting to share my knowledge with the investigators. At this point, even getting thrown in jail as a suspect, fun.
I haven't even been on the island 24 hours.
It's been
But like I
12
said,
hours,
I'm
Sophie.
innocent, so
Okay, all right. So, just real quick. Hey, Raph. What? What did you just say out of your face? Never mind. Della's back. Hey, JD, let's run this shit.
truth. I speak the truth. Is all I can say.
What?
We
Anyway.
spiraled very quickly, Della. You were the glue that was holding us together.
I mean, I was fine. I was just asking a question of Raph because what the fuck?
I think they were very clear. I think they were very clear.
And
I feel
yet,
like I'm just
I
being
remain
normal.
confused. So clearly, it's on me.
Anyways, to go back to our intro, because we are, as I said, doing everything backwards. We are live from the apocalypse. We raised money for progressive causes, and aid organizations. Currently, we are raising money for Rainbow Railroad, an organization that helps LGBT and especially currently trans people relocate to safer regions or countries. We are in our last 2 days of Pride, so this would be a great time to donate, as we have this stream tonight and tomorrow's stream of Thy Kingdom Come. So, great time to donate. I don't have any incentives. However, you donate, I'm going to make a note of it. Something wild's going to happen. It'll be a good time. I will not make you regret it. So, at any point during the stream, click on the donate button. You can also subscribe. We have made that harder for you. You can find it if you poke around, and especially if you want to throw us your Amazon Prime sub or something like that, we cannot stop you. But if you do that, please know that beloved Dungeon Master Brennan Lee Mulligan will kill 1 dog for every month you are subscribed. So make your choice. You can donate, give that money directly to an amazing organization, No Dogs Die, or you can subscribe and live with that over your head. As Will likes to point out, we do have one last episode of a season of Secrets and Shadows. Fitz is at that table. There are no other werewolves really to die at this point.
Yeah.
It's not great if we kill some more dogs. So just putting that out there. I think that's all of the housekeeping. So I think that now allows me to let each of my wonderful players introduce themselves, their characters, and their current archetype. And that means we are starting with you, Steph.
I was ready this time. Hi, I'm Stephanie. I will be playing Kai Caldwell tonight. He is currently in the Martyr playbook. Very fitting. He's a bi disaster, and he managed to dodge the cops. So far, he thinks he's making it out pretty okay. So we'll see how long that lasts, because I'm sure it won't be long.
I'm sure it's going to be fine.
Yeah, you said there were no Rammies.
I said there were no Rammies.
Mhm.
Q did ask
Why would I doubt you?
what we're going to call them in this game. I'm going to come up with that answer maybe by the time we finish tonight. Who knows?
Oh boy.
Speaking of Q, let's go.
Hi, I'm Q. I'm playing Weston Dominic Brooks. He is an absolute monster, but a monster that has his hands absolutely clean right now. I have not been involved in any of the nonsense and tomfoolery that's been going on this evening, and I'd like to keep it that way. I'm playing, no, don't worry about it. It's no big deal, but I am playing the villain playbook currently.
Real normal things. Really normal things.
Absolutely.
I'm not concerned. Because you've done nothing wrong ever in your life.
Innocent. Sweet baby angel.
Clean hands.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of clean hands, Della, introduce us to yourself and Rachel.
Hi, I'm Della Collins. I will be playing Rachel Blauhair, who is the parent playbook. And, well, she is trying her hardest to keep this poor, sweet baby, Sophie, out of trouble. And you know what? That just got a whole lot harder. So we're just going to go ahead and try and keep ourselves out of jail right now. Because, well, I'll be damned if somebody fucking competent didn't just show up. I was really hoping to leave before that happened, but shit.
Incredible. And last but certainly not least, Raph.
Hello, I'm Raph. I'm innocent, and so is Sophie. Whomst I am playing, Sophie McAllister. I currently play the child. Again, innocent, perfect, sweet baby. What else? Also be, there on the spot with someone competent, but on the flippity flip, is it so bad? Yes. We've done nothing wrong. And also, I might have some information that can help. That's all I can say.
I like how Sophie and Rachel are exactly in opposition as a parent and child in this moment should be.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yep.
try to protect you from the consequences of your actions about as long as I can, but I'm gonna cut you loose and let you just sail on, sail on.
Consequences of what
Let the
actions?
baby leave the nest.
Julia has said commit a crime or Julia will leave.
I mean, it technically is not interfering with the crime scene of crime. I feel like the whole town's interfered with it at this point, so apparently many crimes are being committed.
You have no idea.
I'm
Which
not
I
there.
guess which I guess does mean I should introduce myself. I am JD. I am the storyteller for this game. I also created the system that we are playing in.
Yeah, you did.
You have not gotten to see exactly what it can do, but well, we'll see when people start taking a bit more psychic damage, what that starts to look like. It's going to get interesting. So I think with that, I will, of course, be playing everyone else that they are not playing. And so I think we will begin with a very brief recap because my lovely players already gave us 90% of the relevant information, but since it has been a month since we last played, this is our third session. And over the course of the past two, our lovely group of characters, after receiving postcards in a variety of strange ways, some more normal than others, some were directly given to you from your mail, some were found among papers in your office. For one of you, it was slipped under your laptop while you were at a coffee shop, and for one of you, you brought it out of a dream. Real normal things happening, it's fine. You all found yourselves on the island of Slatethorn, an island known for some strange occurrences. A fire at the old tuberculosis ward, a cult that was active, and a serial killer known as the Ash Wednesday Killer. You arrived, you went to the History Museum at the appointed time, only to discover that a murder had been committed close by. Where we left, four of you, Weston had, as noted, escaped the crime scene, never went to the crime scene, in fact, went straight to the hotel, had an encounter with the night manager of that hotel, and
A sexy encounter.
I forgot about that.
there are reasons I'm giving the
didn't.
recap. I did not forget about that either. Yes, you and Ty shared a moment, only for Kai, who you have also shared some moments with, to return. Kai, you managed to escape being at the crime scene for too long, but we're going to see how long that lasts because you might not have made a clean getaway. And of course, the last two decided that they needed to attempt to save the victim and then look for evidence. Rachel, you comforted the grieving boyfriend of the victim in a very, very beautiful moment. You and Sophie also
just
found...
fucking grip it and rip it, baby. Slop that down, dude. Shit, yeah,
Thank
dude.
you.
Crack one
Thank
for
you,
the Kian.
Kian. You are amazing. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind now that there's been a donation. Who knows what might happen? You found a bag of cremains, and you were, as Rachel said, about to make good your escape when a detective and another man arrived just before you could get out of line of sight. But that is not where we are going to start tonight. We are going to start just floating above the island town of Slatethorn. Now, it is an island, but it somehow looks darker than it should. Because this, at least in parts, is a fairly well-populated island. There are beach homes, there are residences, there is a whole district of shops. There's the hotel, of course. There's the clubs and the boathouse, all of that. But the lights don't seem to be shining quite as brightly. And maybe that's because around the island, mist is starting to form. We see puddles of light under the street lamps. We see the flashing red and blue lights of the emergency vehicles parked around the playground. We hear distantly the murmur of voices, but nothing that is definitively audible. And we do not linger. Instead, we keep moving past the playground towards the ferry dock at the island. The dock is hard to see. The mist there is thick, and the lights are barely making a dent, but we can see a figure standing there. And as we move closer, and the mist parts just a bit, we see Wick, the ferryman, looking at a phone in his hand, his brow furrowed. He reads something on the screen. We don't get to see it, but we see his eyes move up and down once, twice, a third time. And then he sighs, shakes his head, and says, "Not again." He responds with a text of his own. And again, we cannot see the words on the screen, but it is short, it is to the point. And then he puts his phone in his pocket, and he starts untying the ropes that hold the ferry to the dock. Now, before, you of course saw him get some help from Isaiah when you all came over on the ferry. He is now working all by himself, but with a practiced air. And once all of the ropes had been secured, he turns the engine on. And as he pilots the ferry away from the island, he pauses long enough to look back, and though the boat is shrouded in fog, we can see him. And he just presses a hand to his chest before returning his attention to steering the boat towards the mainland. We ride alongside for a few moments, showing the dark water around the ferry, faintly lit by the lights on the side. And beneath the water, shapes move. Ones that appear almost translucent. But they're not lit enough to tell what they are. Jellyfish, perhaps? Some form of phosphorescent algae? Something more spectral and sinister? But no need to worry about that right now as the ferry is leaving. And we pan back as they move on. And we turn back towards the island, moving around the perimeter, pausing on an entrance to a rocky outcropping right near the beach adjacent to the mountain. As we linger there, the wind whistles, and it sounds almost like moaning, but not moaning. Wailing?
Mm.
Voices crying out. Voices singing. Almost in prayer. Almost like evensong at a chapel. But nothing in this space is is like a chapel. I mean, we presume, at least, though we cannot see inside. And then we move up towards the mountain, up towards the blinking red lights on top of it. The blinking red lights, the cellular tower, the only one in range of Slatethorn. And we watch. We watch as they flicker once, twice, 3 times. And then they blink out entirely and the tower goes dark. And with that, we are going to start at the playground, where Sophie and Rachel were just trying to make their escape when a vehicle pulled up and 2 figures stepped out. One dressed in a suit, very much with that plainclothes look of a detective. The other, I'm actually going to put you, Della, on the spot for a moment. What does Marcus look like? I'm gonna definitely mess up the dates because I want to say 15 years later. It's around there, so we're just going to make that around the number.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we set that arc in the 90s, and that's been longer than 15 years, my guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
Twice
That's
fine.
just the denial. That's
It's
just the denial.
That's been 15 years.
It's
cool,
always
it's cool.
15
So yeah,
years.
he's more like in his like 40s. Marcus is the kind of guy who looks like he has spent every day since turning 25 fighting his dad bod with every like P90X CrossFit, every gym bro thing that has like come by and been like a fad, this guy is probably done. Still balding, so there's some things that the gym cannot fix. He is chat's cursed, chat's haunted. He is kind of person who has big golden retriever energy, except right now he is tired. He has been called to a crime scene. He does not want to be here. So that golden retriever energy is at this point more like anxious. It's now become anxious shepherd energy. Anxious, like not been exercised recently, German shepherd energy.
Incredible. Something I will note. So I think also Marcus is a bit less put together than the detective that he's rode over here with. More of the like, I got out of bed, but I am trying to look presentable. We do notice the camera lingers on Marcus pulling out his cell phone as he steps out of the passenger side of the car and looks at it and then nods and puts it back in his pocket. And so, yes, what does Rachel do when she sees these 2 figures walking over?
All right, Sophie. Somebody competent has just showed up.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just real quick take off this EMT jacket and not be wearing this anymore, and we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing because we haven't done anything wrong.
We haven't.
It's true. We have not done anything wrong, and we need to hold on to that because they're gonna try to tell
Actually,
us.
we've done a lot of things right.
You are correct. You are correct, and we've got to hold on to that because these people are going to try to arrest us, or at least get us to come down to the station. That's a thing that's about to happen. So let's just
Is
be
going
cool. Let's just be cool.
is
All
going
right?
to the station bad?
Yes.
But if it would help solve a murder.
Still bad. Might be
Okay.
all right for you. Not great for me.
Okay. On board. I got it.
And so the detective steps forward. He does stop to talk to the officer who was already there, the one who was not doing a good job, as
Dalton.
Rachel very much noted. And Detective Winters does not look impressed as he gets the preliminary report from Sergeant Dalton. Marcus, for the moment, is staying with Detective Winters, but Sergeant Dalton is gesturing over towards the two of you, Rachel and Sophie. But they do not go over immediately. And
Okay.
that is because the EMTs, well, have stepped back, but Sergeant Dalton is now gesturing towards Scott, who is still sitting beside the body. And the detective is looking directly at him. And there's a few moments before Detective Winters goes over to Scott instead of the two of you. But it has clearly sent Sergeant Dalton and Marcus over to the two of you first.
Hmm.
Sergeant Dalton very much looks not happy. He is not having a good time. And just says, Detective Winters is going to need to take your statements.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't make me have to chase you down.
Why would we do that? You've been sitting here the whole time. It's the island, my dude. Where are we gonna go?
It's
Could
honestly
be.
unsafe to swim at this hour. So
Are you saying that you would try to do that?
no. No. It's too cold for that. Pull up my jacket.
Marcus, on the other hand, allows this interaction to happen. He just kind of witnesses it. He looks like he might be a little bit distracted. His cell phone is actually back in his hand, but he puts it away and says, "My apologies for what the two of you have been through tonight. Um, I'm sorry for not introducing myself. I'm Marcus Hart. I'm mayor of this town. I would imagine, since, well, it's a little obvious when there are new faces around here, that you're not locals, so I'm sorry this is the impression of Slightthorn that you're getting."
I'm Yeah, I'll be honest, not every time I show up somewhere on vacation, the first thing I do is try to revive, you know, a murder victim. And I mean, I know you can't really speculate and call it murder yet before he does his job. Points over at Winters. But I don't reckon she did that to herself.
I'm sure Slate Thorn is beautiful, though. Very interesting.
Yeah, I was looking forward to doing some hiking.
And we've got a great space to do that in. That's still possible if the two of you want to stay after all of this. There's a lot that Slate Thorn can offer.
I believe that.
Sophie, you recognize the name Winters.
Okay.
That is a name, in fact,
Mhm.
that is very familiar to you.
Yes, it is.
Christian Winters was the reporter who blew open the Ash Wednesday case.
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant Dalton has kind of backed off, but Marcus is clearly trying to set you both a bit more at ease as much as he can in this moment, and says, "Look, I'm not interrogating you. That isn't something I do. I'm the mayor, not one of the officers. But as a show of hospitality, what brought the two of you to this island?"
I'm actually doing some research for school. I'm doing my dissertation on Slate Thorn. So
It's a pretty unusual topic. What's your major?
it's kind of complicated, but I guess in general, it's like criminology and psychology and some, yeah.
And you see Marcus think about that, and I think it strikes you that he actually seems to be trying to figure out what of the events here might you actually be looking to explore. Like, he just kind of thinks about that and says, I'm sure there's robust material.
Yeah. But, I'm thinking about changing to nursing. So
I think Rachel is not. It has a second where she's had a
maybe a
very
teacher.
a very like sort of like a sincere, earnest mask on this whole time, and it suddenly just flickers it as just like, what? When you say, I'm thinking of changing to nursing.
I'm sure nursing is a equally fascinating field. Yes. Yes.
Definitely. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but is that Detective Winters?
Yes, that's Detective Winters.
Oh, I didn't realize he was still on cases. I guess that's
Oh,
it must be a lot.
You're thinking about not him.
Oh. But with his history is what I mean.
You're and he's putting the pieces together and just going, okay. Yes, so that is not, of course, the Christian Winters who
Right. No.
reported on the Ash Wednesday killer.
That would be crazy though. That would be crazy if it was the same person though.
Yes, he died a long time ago.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. Just Sophie is just like not looking at Rachel, just desperately trying to just keep the conversation on herself and just like any way possible.
Yep. And Rachel's just going to sort of sit here. It's kind of doing the fading a little bit, just sort of like I'm just a quiet lady, just a quiet auntie. Worry about me.
Rachel, Marcus keeps glancing over at you in a way that says he does not want to be a part of this conversation anymore, but is too polite to try and stop it.
It's backfiring.
So I think
Would you like to use a move?
Well, I'm pulling up the moves sheet, the basic moves sheet to see.
Can I?
Yeah, I want to read the room.
Okay.
I want to read the room real quick while you're having this conversation.
Please do. I would love that for you.
Okay, yeah. I also have a move I would like to do afterwards.
Actually, I kind of want to look at Echoes of the Past. What if I did that?
I would love that for you.
Because we're talking about some shenanigans are occurring. And I feel like that might be more funny. Let's see, I'm rolling with Shadow. What's my Shadow? Cool. So I rolled a 5. So that is a fail.
That is, and this is the one move that has consequences for a fail.
Yo, it sure does.
Yes, it does.
You said
amazing.
no rammies.
I did say no rammies.
The rammies are built in.
I lied. I absolutely 110% lied.
So can I mark? Do I mark insight?
You do mark insight.
Yay.
And I am going to be sending you a new playbook.
Yes.
What?
So
it's already happening. Oh
It's the
boy.
third episode.
Excuse
Third
me.
episode. We're not even an hour in.
For those of you watching at home, Echoes of the Past is a move that, when activated, makes your character, if you fail, makes your character revert to one of your previous iterations playbooks. And I think in this case, it makes sense that for you, you are going to be taking your playbook from the Ash Wednesday killings. You are going to be taking the playbook for Siobhan, who was the victim that blew the case wide open.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Give me a second to have it open, because instead of opening that, it opened up my partner's spreadsheets. What the fuck?
That is not
Excel,
the playbook.
get out of here.
It's like I don't need his trading.
Excel's feeling unloved, clearly.
I don't need that. Don't need his.
What does this mean?
So,
What this means is I'm gonna get into some shit.
Yeah.
It does mean
gonna
that.
do some stuff, and it's gonna be hilarious, and we're all gonna have a lot of fun.
We're all gonna be laughing so hard.
Laughing so hard. Oh, I see what it did. That's
so
dumb.
is she still Rachel?
So at this point, you are no longer Rachel. You are in Rachel's body. And the last thing you remember
This is
Oh, shit.
bad. This is really
So bad.
What's the last
This is
thing
the
I
worst.
remember?
The
The
worst
last-
situation.
The last thing you remember. I need to look up something real
He's
quick.
becoming like the corpse on the carousel.
Sort of, but not quite. And that's why I want to make sure that I look at the right thing really quick.
JD's so happy. I'm scared.
I did not expect this to happen in this episode.
Dice.
I thought I was gonna do something kind of funny and like maybe have like a weird little flashback. I
mean,
didn't.
You've definitely done something funny.
I've done something funny.
Definitely.
This is gonna have
Definitely done something very,
done
very
something
funny.
amusing.
You have done something incredible. So
What is the
yes,
time period? What is the time period for this again? Excuse me. can you remind
this
me?
one,
It's the 30s, right?
The 30s.
yes, 30s.
Okay. Beautiful.
So
And
does she still have access to Rachel's memories?
you have access to Rachel's memories. You do not have any access to Rachel's abilities.
Okay.
Oh.
So what you remember is a figure standing over you, and you can feel the poison moving through your body. You can feel your heart starting to slow. But you don't feel afraid. Because the person hovering over you is holding your hand and telling you it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm saving you. Just let it happen. And you're so disconnected from your body that you do not even feel the cross being seared into your hand. And you just remember a face with kind eyes. And perhaps the briefest image of dark hair.
I think Rachel or Siobhan turns and looks at Sophie and sort of puts her hand on her shoulder and says, "It's gonna be all right." Puts her hand on Marcus's arm and says, "This is gonna be all right."
Well, yeah. Well, once we, figure out what's going on, then I'm sure it'll be all right.
We're saved. She's saved.
I think can I read the room
I wouldn't.
on
I'm going to go ahead and say the body language coming off of this of the person sitting next to you is now even. You've been doing like forensic psychology studies for long enough. You're a people watcher, right?
Yeah.
Like even when Rachel was in her like, oh, I'm just a background
lady.
character. Don't look at me. Like there was like a core of iron in her.
Okay.
That's gone.
Okay.
Body language completely different. And she's sort of looking over at the body with an expression of almost rapture on her face.
I think in that case, Sophie is going to kind of wrap her arms around Rachel and just kind of pull her in and just be like, yeah, I guess it's starting to kind of hit you. This happens when you see something pretty traumatic, and then just kind of looking over at Marcus and saying, I don't know what it is specifically that you want from us other than a statement, but I mean, I'm happy to give mine, but it's late, and honestly, we've seen a lot today. And if you don't mind, we're staying at the hotel by the pier. I don't mind coming to the station tomorrow morning, or you coming to us or something, but I think just some sleep would do us good. And then just
Look,
kind of like,
I'm not a cop. I can't make that call.
can we?
Let me go. You stay here with Sergeant Dalton, and I'm going to
boy.
stay here. I'm going to go. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to go talk to
Okay.
Detective Winters. That's what I'm going to do.
That would be great. I would really appreciate it. Can I actually use a move?
Yes.
Okay, I want to use underestimated.
Love it.
And I don't know what you want me to roll specifically, but I'm trying to kind of manipulate the situation into, or I guess Marcus into like kind of letting us go for now, or even Detective Winters, if that makes sense. Because I have a feeling that if the detective comes over here and starts asking questions, things are not gonna go well.
Yeah,
No,
roll
they're
with.
gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be all right.
Everything's
It's gonna be bad.
just kind of like looking over at Officer Dalton, like, yeah, everything is gonna be okay. You're right. I think we just need some sleep.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yes, a long time. It's been a long night, for sure.
And she's going to breathe out a long, rattling exhale that seems like it's going on for far longer than someone her size should have the lung capacity for.
Sophie just like does not take her eyes off of Rachel and just says out loud, kind of to Dalton, yeah, she's really going through it. I mean, we were talking about shock earlier. I was fine. This is normal. This happens to people who witness intense things, especially unexpectedly. And just kind of like, holding Rachel's face, kind of looking her in the eyes, like moving her hair, kind of like what? Fascinated by what is going on, but also trying desperately to not wanting to leave the situation, but also understanding that something needs to be done here and we probably gotta get out of here.
Roll with sociability.
Okay.
And take
then
a
I
plus
get-
1.
Yes.
Yep.
Seek. What is my sociability? I'm pretty good. I'm rolling 2d6.
Yep.
Perfect.
I can't actually have my glasses off. I can't see.
That's 2 6s, baby.
Boxcar!
I've never read that before. I'm so excited.
Incredible.
Beautiful. So that's a 15.
Wow.
So with that, Sergeant
Sweat
Dalton
there.
looks so uncomfortable with whatever is happening to Rachel. He doesn't look happy to be here anyways. He got punched in the face earlier. This has not been a good night. And he's been kind of looking over at Detective Winters, like waiting for him to come over, especially now that Marcus is there. And he just kind of sighs and says, "Look, what rooms are the two of you staying at?"
Oh,
I think it's on the second. I don't remember, to be totally honest. I think it's on the second floor. Rachel?
oh, I'm in room 305.
305. That's right. We're in the same room.
305. Of course. Take your family member. Yeah, just take her
She's
back
basically
there.
that.
Okay, yeah, whatever you're saying, it's fine. Yeah, I will let Detective Winters know. And should I grab the EMTs? You said she might be in shock.
It's not like normal shock. It just needs some rest. And hello.
Thank you,
Ooh.
Raiders.
Thank you for the raid.
Yes.
Raiders. Woohoo.
We are having a moment right now, so I'm
Moment
also
of
going to go
time.
through some of the trigger warnings that I did not at the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah.
So this is Redacted. It is our psychological horror game. In this game, we have some pretty heavy topics like cults, manipulation and gaslighting, medical abuse and neglect, burning and fire, ritualistic murder, things like that. And currently, we have a character who is possessed by a previous iteration of another life that she had lived.
I'm experiencing the dissociative shock immediately before death.
Oh
No, that's all. It's so funny how the brain works, you know? It really tries to protect you from the things that it doesn't totally understand. But I promise you a good night's rest, and we will be ready to give statements tomorrow.
She's not dying.
No, she's not dying. I promise.
We're all dying.
But she is in need of some desperate sleep. So again, we're here to answer questions, but I really, really would like to take her to go to bed. So I'm going to some fresh breeze, a walk down. We're good.
Yeah, please do. I'll deal with this. You take care of her. I'm so sorry you're going through this, ma'am.
She's going to very slowly lift a hand and place it on his chest and say, "Won't you join me?"
Doing what?
In freedom. From everything.
All right. Let's walk this way. Let's walk this way.
Totally unresisting follows you.
Oh, thank God you rolled a 15.
Just taking your arm that was on the deputy and just kind of like putting it around my shoulder and like, I know it's hard. It's really difficult watching some scary shit and like just kind of walking away. And then as soon as we're out of earshot and like eye line or whatever, eyesight, I think Sophie's going to keep walking, but also just change the everything. I think she just kind of holds Rachel just kind of to guide her and just starts asking 1,000 questions.
And we're going to get back to that in a moment.
Okay.
But first, we're going to swing back over to the hotel and
Oh boy.
stop in with where we left Weston and Kai.
Uh-huh.
Hello, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. We had
I'd been
been
in the
waiting
shower.
on. Right, you were taking a shower.
I'd taken a
was-
shower. We discussed getting
Yeah.
our facts straight over breakfast, and I had to give Rachel her bag back because I walked off with it. So in my rush to get rid of the cop, to avoid the
Right,
cops.
which also has the key to
Her
get
key
into
to her room. So I was
the
probably like,
room.
I should try to hang around, I guess, either the lobby or outside. Maybe outside her room. If you... We're on the same floor, right?
Mm,
I think that depends on Weston.
no.
No.
That was what I figured.
Of course.
Mm-mm.
So, Kai.
He got her a nice room. He didn't get her a nice room.
Nice,
you know what I
nice.
mean?
That's for
Right.
him. Yep.
It's like,
He's thinking this woman sleeps in the back of a Toyota. She's gonna be fine
Yeah.
in
right.
like an okay room.
Exactly. I mean, we can go down to the lobby.
Sounds good. Yep.
Yeah. No, we can just go down to the lobby. That'll be fine.
Yeah, then we can all, at least with Rachel, since I think Sophie's staying at that other place.
Oh, the bed and breakfast that was
Up there.
Yeah. Thought about it. The rates weren't great. All right. So anything I should know about you?
In what way? You've already got the intimate details, so
Yeah, that was true.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, I'm a costumer. I work and a tailor, so I work with clothes a lot. I live with my best friend. This is my first time on this weird fucking island, so I don't know.
So when you say best friend, you mean like actual best friend or like?
Yeah, I live with her.
Friend?
Like, rent is not cheap.
Yeah, I imagine New York.
Outside of New York. No.
Mm.
No, I take the train in. But yeah, my life has been pretty not this level of crazy.
Yeah. No, this has been a little odd. Certainly. Yeah, I'm just living my life and then all of a sudden I get a letter. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, just out of the blue. So
yeah.
Nothing weird leading up to this with you, just everything normal and then random postcard.
Yeah.
Kai kind of knows it's like, Kai had a reason for going there. He's sure Weston had a reason for going there. He's not going to pry into that because it doesn't fucking matter.
Right. And doesn't look like.
Yep.
It doesn't look like Dominic's going to give anything up right this second. So.
Yep. That's right. So Dominic. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is very much being like, I know the game and I am not going to break those rules because I don't need my shit coming out either. So. Why are you making that face? I don't like when you make that face. It means you're plotting.
I wasn't making any face. Nope, I just, it's fine.
You were looking at something.
It's fine.
Right. So, they've been gone for a little while.
Well, I mean...
I imagine they're going to be back soon, yeah?
One would hope. I mean, you saw how energetic Sophie is with crime stuff, so...
Right. And of course the murder happens when she gets here.
Yeah, that's probably like nirvana for her, so... I'm sure maybe Rachel is prying her away, or maybe Rachel is giving up and just coming back and letting whatever happen. I don't know, but so we'll see if... Well, I guess, I don't know, because Sophie's not staying here. But yeah, I guess Rachel should have the details when she gets back.
Okay. I'm sure it's probably too late. I'm gonna see if they have any coffee downstairs.
I mean, other than the instant shit on the counter.
Absolutely not.
I
No,
mean, I'm not going to be a beggar right now.
rather
So.
drag my. Never mind. I'm not doing it.
Fair. Kai will absolutely go for the cheap free coffee because he can't afford to be picky. And it's been a
Bro,
night. He's
yes,
going to go
if
for
you broke-
instant gratification.
Right. If you broke, just say that. It's okay. It's all right.
I mean, I'm not broke, but I'm not going to shell out on something expensive if I can get it for free.
So
You
a
do you.
question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How are the two of you getting down to the lobby?
Elevator.
Oh, Dominic takes the stairs.
Oh, well, then I guess Kai would have taken the stairs.
Yeah, he's got to stay active. I mean, they're on the first, second floor.
Oh,
'Cause he's
okay.
not
Yeah, I
going
think
up.
Kai definitely took the stairs. Why?
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Simple question.
Sure.
All right. So
Interesting.
you head down the stairs. It's a pretty typical stairwell for a hotel. Nothing's amiss. You make it to the bottom and step out. The lobby doesn't feel right. And for a moment, you're thinking, it's late. No one's really coming in and out. Not that it was busy when you arrived. I mean, this is not a bustling time of the year
Yeah, it was
for
off season.
Slaythorn. It's the off season. But there is an emptiness and an almost echoing quality to the sound of the stairwell door closing behind you, the sound of your footsteps, which you really shouldn't be able to hear because the floor is carpeted. That just feels off.
It looks the same?
It does. Perhaps a bit more faded than you remember, but the same. The piece that looks a little bit more different. Remember that mist we were talking about back at the beginning?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't see out any of the windows. The building is completely shrouded.
Guess the weather took a turn.
Yeah. But does the weather also make the buildings turn?
Not normally.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck they doing here.
All right. Looks like somebody put a filter on this place.
Yeah. I would like to read the room because what the fuck is this?
Please do.
I don't like how you said that. And that's awareness.
That is awareness, yes.
Okay, it's fine. That's a 9.
Cool. So, you can ask one question. What is happening beneath the surface? What stands out to me the most? What do I see from the past?
What wants to be found here? I'm gonna regret this, but you know.
And so you're moving around the room, Kai, trying to get a sense for what looks off, what looks different. And I mean, it first stands out to you, and again, maybe not uncommon because it is late at night, but there's no one behind the desk. That is not, necessarily uncommon, though usually there would be a sign or something. You could probably justify it, though, by thinking of what you found with Weston and Ty earlier.
Mhm.
But as you're moving around and looking, something catches your attention. And at first, you almost discount it because it isn't actually that surprising. What you see is a book just sitting out there on the counter, as though the person who had just been reading it had stepped away moments ago. And what stands out to you there? And of course, once again, I just need to grab something really quick.
Yay.
So, what you see there is a book entitled Ashes in the Shadows by Spencer Robertson.
Oh.
And you're looking at it. I mean, it looks like a garish horror novel. It has, some cheesy art on the front of a dark corridor and shadowy figures. And it looks almost cartoonish. But to you, it feels so unsettling. Especially when you open up the book, you can't seem to help yourself. And you see a dedication that just reads, "To Evans." Nothing further, no more detail. But when you read that name, how you suddenly feel like you are freezing. Like you have been dropped back into frigid water.
Kai just takes a sharp inhale on feeling that sensation and is just like, okay. Coffee. Do you see the coffee anywhere?
You all right?
Oh, it's those weird feelings like, someone just walked over your grave or something like that, whatever the saying is. You read horror? There was a.
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't take you for the type. Someone left this book. You ever heard of this guy?
No. Doesn't run in
Okay.
my circles. Um, yeah, is there coffee around?
There's instant coffee.
Kai's going for that because he wants something warm and caffeinated.
There's instant coffee, my guy. Can't give you more than that.
There's a like he doesn't even like say the full word. Yeah, it's over there.
Thanks. Do you want me to just give you like a tea or something?
Sure.
Cool. Just beelines it and is just starting to make it.
So I'm gonna look sort of over behind the counter, see if maybe he's like Ty's like curled up back there or something.
Nope, he is not in view, but you do see a door right behind.
Is there a bell?
There is. So you hit the bell. The sound it makes is not a sound that a bell like that should make. It sounds almost more like a church bell, like ringing out loudly, almost painfully, honestly painfully, filling the entire room.
Okay.
I'm assuming I hear this too,
Oh,
right?
yes, you hear
I
it
just
too.
jumps. What the fuck?
Cool.
What the fuck was that?
That was the bell.
Bullshit.
Bong does it
Stop
again.
it. All right, I believe you. Fuck.
Okay. Why the fuck would I lie about that?
I didn't say you were lying. I was just confused. Okay. What the fuck?
So, shit's getting real weird. The instinct is to fucking leave.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the fairy's not, so we just need to, like, make it through the night. Yeah?
Fine by me.
Cool. Get your instant coffee. Let's get the tea. Go back to the room.
Yep, she can get a replacement card at the desk. We'll
Rachel
talk to her in the morning.
Yeah, they're on their own right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can replace her card. That's fine by me.
Got it. I mean, I don't know where anybody show up. Dope, cool. So, fucking haunted bell for no reason. Love that.
Ambiance.
Yeah. So I'm really not even gonna drink this fucking water. This tea, I know it, but the emotions are like comforting, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's go back upstairs.
Weston.
Yes.
You said you probably would not be drinking the tea, but you were holding on to it.
Yeah.
When Kai hands you the cup and you look down, doesn't look like tea. Looks like it's filled with blood.
Why?
There's a thing. There's a move, I believe.
Which move would you like?
It's the remain calm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Please do.
Cool.
What are we looking at?
Cool. Question for you.
Yep.
What can we do with a 4?
Perish, I guess.
So
you get an insight. Yay.
You do get an insight.
I sure do.
So Weston, what were you trying to avoid happening?
I was trying to avoid immediately dropping the cup of blood. And just sort of freaking the fuck out. Yeah, like he doesn't read horror, not his bag. He's very grounded in the thing, so there's a lot of supernatural shit happening to him, and he don't like it. So the cup is probably not just dropped, but tossed very aggressively away from him.
Tea goes flying everywhere.
You could have just said you changed your mind.
Doesn't look like tea to you, Weston.
What the fuck are you talking about? You don't see that?
I see the tea on the ground. What are you seeing?
Not seeing fucking tea, I'll tell you that. Yeah, okay. Fuck it. Fuck the tea.
Let's go upstairs. Let's just go. Yeah. Let's just go.
I'm going to give that T wide berth. We're not even looking at it. That doesn't exist to me anymore. That's gone. That's dead. That's over. Not dead. We don't want to say that. That doesn't exist.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so the two of you go back to your room. Weston.
Yep.
Nothing strange happens in the stairwell. The door's open. You're able to walk up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The door to your room is ajar. You know you closed it.
Yep.
You checked it twice.
Yep. All right. Cool. How hot is that coffee?
It's pretty fucking hot.
Good.
He's already ready to take the lid off and throw it on whoever's in there.
Okay. All right. You take a sip or two. You might lose it.
Oh, he'd already been sipping it on the way up to just try to feel warm again, so
Yep. Just trying to
that's fine.
help you.
I don't care.
We're going to approach. Just very slowly push that door open. I'm not leaving it a crack, so whatever's in there can just, yeah.
Nope.
We're doing full open. What's up? I want all my mobility.
You notice as you approach that the lights are flickering. And you swing the door open. No one's there. But almost wallpapering the room are pages and pages of drawings. And at first you think that they are of the same person. A young woman around mid-20s with dark hair. But as you start to look, not only are there differences between them, there are differences in the state of them. You see them posed, reclining, clearly modeling. And then you see, well, what looks to be the moment of their deaths. The artist, in vivid detail, has captured the light slowly fading from their eyes. Then you see them laid out. You see, for you, Kai, the now familiar image of the cross burned into the hand. And then you see a drawing that isn't like the others. Because in the drawing, there are several of these girls, all lined up next to each other, with just the hint of water over their feet. And that, I think, is where we are going to take our break for tonight's episode.
Everything escalated so quickly. We didn't even go to bed. We just got here.
I just wanted to have breakfast. I wanted to have a nice breakfast with the new people that are not friends, but like I know them. So
On a mess.
It's fine. Rachel and I are just walking through the mist.
Yeah.
right,
This is
that
fine.
part.
This is normal.
Also, I don't even know that the phones are fucked yet. This is about to be a time. God.
We haven't even gotten to the point where you're like, oh, let me text Rachel, because we're not like that yet.
No,
Yeah.
We're still
Yep.
strangers.
We don't even have each other's numbers, do
Don't
we?
have your numbers
Yeah.
yet.
Nope.
Because why? Why?
We literally just
Um,
met a few hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is bad. It's
Nothing
fine.
good is happening here.
Everything good is happening here. Everything is fine.
Uh-huh.
Sweet
Uh-huh.
Lord.
So with that,
Jesus
we love you.
Christ.
We are going to take a
Yes.
break. We are going to let everyone take some deep breaths, and we will be back in 10 minutes. My cast is doing very well. They are very happy with how things are going.
Hmm.
This is fine.
Bonham S.
We are
Bonham
having a
est.
time together.
Are in fact having a
A
time.
normal island. It's just the sea mist.
It's a good time.
It's just
Mhm.
sea
So
mist.
normal.
Don't worry about the ferry being gone. Don't worry about the cell phone tower being
Don't
taken
know either
out.
of those things. We don't know either of those things.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
ignorance is
Cell
bliss.
phone
Yeah,
tower.
Sophie's just enjoying her spicy girl autumn. It's fine.
Mm.
And speaking of Sophie, we're going to pan back to the two of you walking
Oh, boy.
down a street that is misty, and it's not an unusual amount of mist. It is
Okay.
it is an October in a seaside town level of mist. So it's more like a gauze floating over the two of you.
Fun. Yeah, Sophie's definitely preoccupied. I feel like she doesn't necessarily know the way specifically, but the town's small. I know the general direction of, where we were.
And you saw the hotel. It's right near the ferry, actually.
Oh, okay, then
the
perfect.
hotel's-
Yeah.
The hotel's been there for a while, right?
Yeah.
So I think Siobhan is walking toward Rachel is walking.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Sort of wandering toward there in sort of her vagueness.
In that case, like, Sophie is barely even paying attention to where she's going.
Yeah. First
Thing she does is take out her phone and she just turns to Rachel ? And kind of holding your arm a little bit just to have something in case you run away for some reason. So what is going on? What are you feeling right now? What exactly, like, why do you keep saying these things? You've changed, and I don't think it's the trauma, and I don't think it's shock. And actually, if you don't mind, and that's when she takes out her phone, she's like, do you mind if I record your answers? It would be very helpful for me. And for you, of course, but also for me. But also for you. This is important to know how your mind reacts to situations of fear.
course, Sophie. That's fine.
Great. Opens a recording app and just presses record and just says, okay, October 21st. Well, is it 22nd? Is it past midnight?
It's past midnight.
Technically, October 22nd, 12, I don't know, whatever, 21
Probably
p.m.
about 1:15 a.m.
1:15 a.m. We just witnessed a pretty wild graphic. Found a body. I'm currently walking with Rachel, and kind of turns to Rachel.
My name's Siobhan.
Okay.
Siobhan Orion.
Okay. Walking with Siobhan Orion, who is also Rachel, to the hotel. Anyway, here's my set of questions. And then just kind of like puts her phone like in her pocket, like between the two of them. So what See, when people go through these scary situations, typically they don't necessarily become someone completely different. Maybe there was something underlying that maybe I didn't know about. Obviously, you're basically a stranger. But yeah, Siobhan, tell me more. Who are you? Why are you here?
I died. Like she did.
And Siobhan, you would know that because you have those memories of Rachel, right as you say that, you remember the sight and sensation of Rachel's hands covered in blood. And that is not how you died. That is violent. That is aggressive. That is the opposite of what your experience was. Yours was gentle and peaceful.
Oh. Oh no. Like looking at the blood on her hands, like, or not like on her hands, because I think Rachel probably cleaned up with the EMTs, but like looking at the blood underneath her, like that's still kind of like caught underneath her fingernails, and it's just like, oh, oh no, not like her. No, not like her.
Do you know how you died?
Yes. I'd always been afraid of it. I always knew I was gonna die. You know, I always, that people, my friends told me I had the gift, you know, I had the sight. So I always knew I was gonna die, and I was so scared of that. But when it happened, it was just like going to sleep. That wasn't sleep. She's not going to sleep. She died. She died bad.
Right. For you, though, what difference? What were the differences there? You said that you died differently. It was like going to sleep. You don't. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. So am I.
That's excellent. I'm glad to meet you.
I'm so glad. I should have introduced myself, actually. You've said my name, but I'm Sophie. Either way.
Yeah, you're Sophie.
Yes.
We came to the island together, but.
Yes, we did. Interesting.
Oh, that's so strange. Oh, I feel so strange.
I think what you might be experiencing is some sort of combination of memories. And Siobhan, let's just stick to yours for now. I know what's going on with Rachel, so let's catch up on you.
Like she puts her hand on one of the guns and is like, oh my. Oh. Well, I was in college. I was a student at the University of Mary Washington.
Okay.
And I was doing creative writing work. I wanted to, I wanted to write. I was out here visiting my dad.
So you're from Slatethorn?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm from Virginia. From Virginia, but
Okay.
my dad moved to Slate Thorn after he and my mom got divorced. It was a big scandal. Whole thing with that. Nobody liked that happened. You know, he'd been a deacon in the church, and now he couldn't be a deacon in the church no more, and anymore. Excuse me. And that was Whew, that was a problem. I tell you what, I hated him for a while after that, but I was trying to patch things up, you know? So I came out to visit him. And I met some folks, and it was very nice. There were a couple other writers on the island, very nice people. And then somebody killed me. Poison. It was poison. You could feel it. But it was I reckon there was I think there was some kind of opium or morphine or something like that he gave me too, because I didn't feel he burned me.
Sophie, can I ask you, what year is it?
It's 1934.
Okay. So you're
I pulled that year out of my butt, JD. Is that
That works.
dope?
okay.
What I'm gonna say that I'm just gonna put out there into the ether.
Oh boy.
Sophie, something that stands out to you is what Siobhan just said about he was the one who did this.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that.
Hold on to that.
Okay.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Siobhan, do I know, actually, real quick, JD, question for you.
Mhm.
When was the last confirmed killing of the Ash Wednesday killer?
1934.
Interesting.
He burned me, and I've burned my hand before, cooking. And I know it hurts like hell, and but it didn't hurt. I couldn't. I knew it was happening, but I couldn't really feel it.
What could you feel? And what did he look like?
He was nice, and he held my hand, and he told me it was going to be all right. He told me I was saved, and that it was going to be okay. I didn't need to be afraid anymore. And he was right. I'd always been afraid of dying, and it turned out it wasn't so bad. But what? That's I'm now that I say that, that sounds like a load of horse shit. I didn't want to die. That
Yeah.
motherfucker killed me.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like that. Yeah. But who? Do you remember who it was? And how were you feeling?
I was feeling pretty all right about it, but no, I don't reckon I feel all right about it anymore. He dosed me. He put
What do you
something in my food or something in my drink. He was nice looking. He had curly hair. I remember he had dark curly hair, and
did he take you out or something? Like, were you on a date or what?
I don't remember. Don't remember. I've got all these other memories that don't make any sense. I got all these other memories that don't make any sense to me, and I can't remember who that motherfucker was who killed me.
Della, roll to remain calm.
Oh,
Cool.
so
What's that with? That's
That is with
That is
psychic damage.
Is minus psychic damage.
Yep.
it's minus psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, minus psychic, not plus anything.
Not plus
Not
anything.
plus anything. Dope. It's a 6.
Nice.
super.
Incredible.
Loving it. Kick ass.
So you,
Does my insight move from the one
it
playbook to the new?
does.
Oh, thank Christ.
Failing
So
forward all the time.
build on that insight. Take a point of psychic damage, and
Lovely.
tell me what Siobhan does as she is unable to remain calm in this moment.
Why that? She she starts pacing and like raking a hand through her hair and like I shit shit I I can't. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Doesn't make any fucking sense. I just let somebody kill me. I can't believe that. Do you know how many people I've killed? I haven't I haven't killed a goddamn. I've never hurt a person. I Who would do such a thing? Who would do such a thing? Who How would I let somebody even do that? And just kind of keeps on like monologuing in this like just absolutely incandescent with rage. Like just start stomping up toward the hotel, and you can see a little bit. Previously she was still, even when she was like a little bit more aware, she was still kind of floaty, but you're starting to see that iron come back into her spine. Like, that motherfucker killed me. I am not okay with that. I was okay with that. I am not okay with that, actually. And
We
is
hate
now
that
like
actually.
just furious.
Della, a question.
Shoot.
How many people has Rachel killed?
We'll DM that to you.
I think too, as soon as Siobhan separates herself from Sophie, like as soon as she kind of like first rip away from the arm and starts having like this moment, I think Sophie scrambles for her phone and just starts like video recording as well. And is also like kind of in the background, like, it's okay, you're conflating memories right now. It's tell me about the 30s. It's 1934. You said he had curly hair. Tell me about that. It's really wrong that he killed you. Just like
Too bad. And I'm the monster.
you feel so much hate toward him. Channel that hate. Tell me about him.
She she starts just kind of again going. She's just going off, and it's not super. It's not super like linear. Like she's
Mhm.
just going off about everything that was making her mad before she died. So like the tangent has gone from this guy to her father who failed to protect her whole life, could never get anything fucking right, and then he divorced her mother, and so it's like all this anger is just pouring out of her, just absolute to everyone who's ever harmed her. uh uh uh
Interesting.
so JD, I've sent you the message.
I think again, while she's monologuing, Sophie is desperately trying to get her back on on track. Siobhan, this might be a weird question, kind of like mid monologue. This might be a weird question, but what color hair do you have? Just curious.
She just looks over, says, "Red? What?
You actually were a brunette, Siobhan.
Oh, I was a brunette? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Brown? Brown?
Sorry, that was incredible. Right. No, of course. Sorry. Trick of the light. So are we at the hotel yet?
You are? Yep.
Okay.
She's gonna march up to her door and sort of stare at it, look at it. Why is there not a fucking lock on this door?
Well, do you have the key? It looks kind of like a little recording still the whole fucking time. Check your pockets. It should be like a little, it looks like a little letter card, just like a small rectangle.
You know what? I left it in my bag and that little golden retriever boy ran off with it.
And speaking of that golden retriever boy, we're gonna pop down to that room
Are we?
and,
Cool.
and see how
Awesome.
Weston and Kai are feeling about what has happened in this room since they left it.
Oh, I don't love that, is the thing.
There's no feasible way someone could have done this in this amount of time.
All right.
Fuck.
Do you have anything in there that you really give a fuck about?
Everything I brought with me,
Okay. All right.
I
So
didn't
here's the
unpack though.
Okay, so here's the thing. We go in there, then it's real. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there. I don't need the clothes. I have my phone and my wallet on me. I always take it with me.
I'm going to take a picture of the room with my phone and see if it comes up in the photo. Like, with all the drawings on it.
It does.
Awesome. All right. Fuck that. Okay. Mm.
As soon as I walk in there, I acknowledge that it's real and I refuse to do that.
Okay. Don't do that.
So, if you want to go grab your stuff, that's fine. Or, I'll buy you new shit. Was there anything like the jacket was nice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
wanna
I mean,
grab it?
he's probably wearing the jacket, but it's just like, I mean, all my clothes are nice. You know what?
Okay.
This appeared randomly. Maybe it'll disappear randomly. Maybe.
You want to close the door and try again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut the door. Give it 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Unlock it and try again. Oh, you rolling now?
We're
Cool.
rolling.
That's cute.
Cool.
That's so cute,
Cool,
JD.
cool.
Awesome.
Room's back to normal.
Like a comedy sketch. All right. Cool. Looks. You still don't want to go in there, I take it.
Unsure. I'm gonna pull out my phone because I need to check the time. I need to know what time it is.
It is about 1:30 in the morning.
It's 1:30. They generally don't start Continental until like 6,
Nope.
7 if the morning person is lazy.
And it's the off season, so they're probably lazy.
Okay. So I'm gonna say fuck Continental. We're just gonna go. Hopefully the fog is cleared by morning. We can go get breakfast. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep. Yeah.
Sounds good. Kai is just going to. He's still got his hot coffee, and he's just going to check the bathroom and the closet. Anything somewhere someone could be hiding, he's just like, I'm clearing this fucking room before I relax. And I'm not going to relax that much either.
Yeah.
There is nothing out of place that you find, though I am curious, Kai.
Mhm.
Do you look in your bag?
Yeah, someone was in the room, even though it doesn't seem like it should be normal to have that done. Place is haunted as shit.
So you find a piece of paper tucked in there, and it strikes you as you take it out that that paper looks a lot like what was just briefly covering the walls. And the artist's hand, the artist who made this sketch, style looks really similar, but this is the sketch of you that Isaiah did earlier. And his number is written on the back of it.
Kai's just gonna kind of look at that and just like, huh. Just kind of put the number in his phone. But he also remembers it was Isaiah's younger brother's girlfriend.
It was.
He's not going to text him right now because, nah, that's not a good time, and he's not going to get back to him anyway. Okay. He's going to tuck that back in. Actually, do I want to?
I think Weston is gonna get in bed. He's going to check his phone. He's going to check his alerts because he needs some normalcy. Because this is a whole lot of fucked up. And he needs his regular life to sort of crash into him so he can calm the hell down. And we know how that's going to go. It's fine. He just goes, of fucking course it is. Self-service is up.
What?
There's no cell service.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah. Cool. This island's trying to kill us. Cool.
All right. I want to use my move, Eyes of Fate.
I would love for you to do that.
It is a read the room move, and it's specifically asking the question, what here ties to the ending of my story? Shit's been kind of fucked. It's very paranoid. Yeah, that's a 5, so fuck me. I don't get to know shit.
Awesome.
So
has anyone succeeded?
I had one success
You have
earlier.
one
Raph
success.
rolled
and
boxcars.
Raph got that boxcar.
Oh, Raph
Yeah,
and boxcars. It all went to Raph.
Yeah, it all went to Raph.
All right.
Yeah.
Circle that
Made it
gets
out.
you.
They just
So-
drink luck.
I'm
Raph's a luck
assuming.
drinker.
Is that a psychic damage? I'm assuming. On a
It-
miss?
It is in
It
this
is?
case.
Because it's my move.
Because it's your move. And so with that, the way I think this unfolds, Kai, is that You are feeling understandably so unsettled. You are thinking about the words that Weston just said. He just said, "This island is trying to kill us." And that's something you've been trying to avoid your entire life and to stay one step ahead of. And you're just kind of pacing. You're looking around, you're checking the closet. You kind of go into the bathroom to get a moment to yourself. And you're leaning down to splash some cold water on your face when you feel a hand on your shoulder. The hand is wet and cold. And you hear a gurgling breath. What do you do?
Kai kind of goes still. He does not look up in the mirror because fuck that. And just kind of tries to shake the arm off his shoulder and just kind of mutters, "Get the fuck away from me. I'm not in the mood."
What?
Just trying to calm down, that's all.
Okay. Is it working?
We'll see.
Fair.
Is there any change? Do I need to
I
make a roll?
think, and I don't want to, of course, speak for the other two, but I would imagine that's actually the moment that there is a knock on the door.
Awesome. Kai's beelining it for that door, because fuck this shit.
And that, I will imagine, is when Rachel and Sophie arrive to get Rachel's key.
Hey, you didn't get arrested. Good job.
No, I didn't get arrested. Why would I get arrested? Why would I get fucking arrested? I'm the one who died. You've got my badge. Let me have it.
Sorry?
Kai?
I was talking about Sophie.
Kai?
What the fuck?
I'm good. Siobhan
What?
is Sophie still recording, but
Sophie,
at
put the fucking
Siobhan,
camera down. I'm not.
Hey.
This
I'm not
hotel
recording you.
is on my last nerve.
Hey, Narc, put the phone down.
I'm recording Siobhan.
Who the fuck is Siobhan?
Why are you
I'm
recording?
Siobhan. You've got my room key.
Yes.
You know what? That's. He's just gonna
Okay.
get the bag. Should be in there. Sorry, I walked off
Okay.
with it.
Why
Thank
are you
you. I
recording?
appreciate it.
Why are you recording
Yep.
her?
I'll explain later. How about we?
How about now? How about now?
And I think Sophie's just like nervously looking over at Rachel and just says, so there have been some changes to
Sure.
that I feel should be documented because they were drastic and some information was shared, that's for sure. So yeah, I'll keep you both out of it. I don't really record people without their consent, so
Okay.
Sure. Great.
All right. Looking at Rachel, I'm gonna stand up. Hi, I'm
Hi.
Dominic.
Hi, Dominic.
You're Siobhan, I hear.
Yes.
Right.
okay.
Okay.
That
But that is not who I first met you as.
Mm,
I no, I, I don't know.
Okay. So, um, real quick, um, weird shit's happening on this island. So this, not the weirdest thing.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
oh, what happened? Well, actually, you know what?
I'm gonna go to my room.
Okay.
Yes.
I would suggest not going alone. I would
No,
suggest not
I'll
going
go.
back to the B&B. Don't do
I
that.
mean, I don't have a. I'm not going to walk there, so it's
Good.
like one.
Okay.
It's 1:35 in the
1:30.
morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I wouldn't
so
walk there.
try
It's
and get
kind
some
of
sleep. Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna find some semblance of food in the morning, and we can talk then.
Oh, I've got a. She pulls a granola bar out of her bag. You wanna?
Yeah. Listen, if that's what we end up having to share between us, sure. But
I
I'd
got
like
more.
real food. I'd
Don't
like
worry
real
about it
food.
right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Don't worry. We'll eat in the morning
Yeah.
Okay.
after the sun rises.
Yeah, we should get some rest.
Yeah.
The lobby looked fine to you when you came in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Okay.
Cool.
Did it look different to you?
Yes, it
It's
is.
a little weird. A little weird.
Interesting.
Not the word I'd use.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I'm fairly certain that this island is cursed and trying to kill us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I'm
seem
gonna
way too excited
yeah,
about a lot
I'm
of
gonna get
this.
her
Just go to
to
Yeah.
sleep. I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
could use some sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
You too.
Meet in the lobby in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I'm closing the door and we're going to bed.
Night.
Yeah, we'll go to 305 again.
Hmm. And I think a lot at this point, a lot of the anger has left Siobhan, and
Mm.
she's just left like just confused. Like it's now like the anger, all of the animating energy has kind of faded away. That adrenaline rush is gone, but like she's still pissed, but there's no direction for it anymore.
I think
Sophie,
mhm,
I know your name,
you too.
but you're not my friend. You're not. I know your name, and we're the same age, but we're not. I don't know you.
So yes. I don't know if explaining it to you would make it better or worse, to be honest.
What's going to be worse? I died. I was
Well,
poisoned. Somebody branded a cross into my hand, and I died.
can I see your hand?
No cross.
No
That's
cross.
fucked up.
Yeah, so here's the thing, Siobhan. Um so you are sharing memories. You have these memories that you don't remember, right? These are the memories of a person I met just recently named Rachel. Um, she is older. She's not 23. She is a ranger. I think she's dressed like one. And she also stumbled across that violent scene that you remember. You have all these memories, but you also have your own memories. I I have to do some research. And it's too bad I don't have my stuff with me. Because I feel like this has to be some sort of strange fear trauma response or something. Maybe, do you remember anything about, do you feel any sort of connection to Rachel other than just your memories?
Well,
Does she know you?
I well, she is. I don't. I don't. I don't think.
That
I think she is me. Like I'm not. Like it's not like you read books, right? You read books about people who've got there's like multiple people like in one body or something like that. That's not.
right.
I don't. I don't feel like that. Rachel's not. Like I'm not a. Not like a like an overlay. I don't.
Is this the first time you've felt like this before?
I've never felt anything like this in my life.
Hmm. Okay.
I've never felt anything like this in my
Hmm.
life.
Can I ask you a question, Siobhan?
Sure.
Do you remember anything about the Ash Wednesday killer? You said
Choice.
1934.
JD, do
That
I?
that name means nothing to you. It
Do I?
had not been coined at that
Mm.
point.
Were there a series of murders around when I was in Slate Thorn, or like that were talked about by any of my friends? Like, were we worried at all with all of my martyr playbook?
No. There had been some
Mm.
girls who went missing,
Mm.
Mm.
but that is not unusual in Slate Thorn.
Fine.
No, some I don't remember. There were no murders. There's no killings. Uh, one of my
Mm.
friends, her cousin, had gone wandering off and was gone missing and had been gone a real long time. And people were starting to get worried. A lot of the time, people go missing, but they just left. We
Do
were
you
thinking, we were worried that she like might have taken a boat, like a rowboat, like a canoe off the island or something like that. It was too small and might have capsized.
Mm.
So we were.
do you remember her name?
Well, yeah, it was.
Could you pick it out of a list?
It was Abigail.
Hmm.
It was Abigail. Yeah, it was Abby.
Gotcha. Super.
Why? You have a list?
Ah. So, not with me. It's all in here actually.
So this motherfucker to kill me killed a bunch of other people too?
Well, no. Yes, but no. It's a little bit confusing. JD, do we know that the Ash Wednesday killer was not a dude? Is that public at
It
all?
is
Or is
not
that
public.
okay?
Nobody knows the identity of the Ash
Right.
Wednesday killer. They were never
Gotcha.
caught.
Right. Then going
I
back,
know.
yes.
Listen, you're looking at me and you're like, I can see this look in your face, and you're looking at me like, oh, I don't know what to say. I know it's not 1934. All right?
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you something. We didn't have that gizmo in 1934. People did not dress, young ladies did not dress like this in 1934.
They did not.
We did not have, this is great, by the way. What is this? It's a t-shirt. She's just like, this, like, you know, I mean, we had these, but like, we didn't wear them. This is great. These are great.
It's much more comfortable for sure.
Fantastic. Pants.
Yeah.
Great. We wore them. I mean, that was fine, but like, blue jeans, great. Blue jeans for ladies, great. Spandex.
This is definitely a conversation that I think I would love to have with you. But first, so quick running back, Abigail. Yes. So the interesting thing is the man who killed you, supposedly, he did kill others. Or maybe because you are not on that list. Yeah. There were 7. If you were killed by the same person, that would make you number 8. If
And they
this
died.
is
They died like, did they die like I died, or did they die like she died?
they died like you.
Quiet, like.
Well, as far as what's known, definitely poison. Are you sure, Rachel,
Yeah,
that this has never happened before?
this has never happened before in my life. This has never happened to me before in my life. I'm not. This has never happened to me before in my life. No, I'm not. I know who I am.
What's your relationship with your father?
On that, we're gonna switch back to the others for a moment. So I have a question for Weston and Kai.
Mm,
Do both of you go to sleep?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Takes a while for Kai to drift off, but he eventually gets there just because the adrenaline wears off and he just kind of, the exhaustion catches up. Mm-hmm. Why?
I would like for you both to roll 2 dice
Mm.
and tell me the number
I don't like this.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
minus
spooky.
any
Spooky.
psychic damage that you have taken.
Oh,
Cool.
you're not nice. Okay.
Cool.
Bad.
All right. It's an 8.
Okay.
Minus the psychic damage, that's a 5. You took away my success.
Cool.
Did?
Hmm.
Oh, you're taking 2 damage?
I have
Okay.
2 total damage now.
Well, the good news is you still get to mark potential.
Yay!
Yay, inside.
You do
Woo.
get to mark another point of psychic damage as well.
Awesome! Wow, we're just climbing that ladder.
Yikes.
I am one away from getting a level up, though. So, winning.
So, Weston.
Yeah.
As you sleep, you know how dreams are, how you're drifting off, knowing the space you're in, and then suddenly somewhere else. And what is strange here is that immediately you know this feels wrong.
Mhm.
This isn't filled with the normal dream logic where it's strange but you justify it. You have this experience of almost closing your eyes to sleep and then opening them. And what stands out to you the most is how small you are. The room around you looks so big. And you have a moment of thinking, maybe this is that experience of dreams just not making sense, almost like I'm in a fun house.
Mhm.
But as you gaze around the room you're in, a room that is sterile and white and has a hospital bed,
Mm.
you realize that no, you are just that small. And you look around and see scrawlings on the walls, drawings that you've made in chalk, and you know you've made those drawings. You remember making them. And in the background, you hear coughing. Violent coughing. Lots of it, and it almost starts to echo throughout the floor that you are on. You don't like that. You move kind of to hide under the hospital bed, and that's when a pair of shoes come into view in the doorway, and you see what you would presume to be two figures standing there, though you can only see parts of the lower parts of their bodies. They're both dressed in the garb of doctors, and they're talking. And you can't quite make out the words. Something about them feels muffled, but what stands out to you the most is that when one of them speaks, and while you can't understand what he's saying, he has a voice that you want to listen to, a voice that gets under your skin, that is so reasonable that something about it just sends shivers down your spine. And you're trying not to be seen, you're trying not to be noticed, but, well, you bump into the bed and it clangs. And the last thing you remember as you're hiding under there, covering your mouth, trying not to make a sound, is just a hand reaching down to pull you out from under there.
Mm.
And you do not wake up. You move seamlessly into another dream that is very different than this. What type of dreams would Weston usually have?
Power trip dreams. Ones where he's in control, one where he is, you know, in court, just, giving his impassioned, closing argument. Very A Time to Kill, the Matthew McConaughey closing. Yeah, one of those just leaves the whole court just absolutely speechless. Yeah, that's generally what he dreams about.
And that is indeed the dream that you move right into. Though you will remember this dream that you had when you awaken.
Yep. Cool.
Kai,
Mm-hmm.
your dream is very different. Because your dream is something you remember happening. And you jump into it just as the car is going underwater. And this doesn't feel like a dream. It feels like you are back there. Except, well, you got out, right? This time, the doors won't unlock. Your seatbelt won't budge. There's nowhere to go. And then you're no longer in the car. You're still underwater, but there's nothing confining you there. You're floating in space. You still can't breathe, but you're not trapped. But you also can't swim. And as you look up, the domed arch above you looks, well, almost like what you would find in a chapel or a church, though you're seeing it through water. And you hear the sound of singing. And that is what you dream.
Delightful.
You do not get out of that dream. You are in variations of that until the morning.
I think when Kai does finally wake up, it's kind of with a jolt, because I can imagine with that consistently going on, there has been a struggle to get out and to swim anywhere that wasn't an underwater church or whatever it was. So he just kind of jerks awake and then just kind of rolls out of bed, just kind of trying to be quiet and not wake Weston up. He just kind of sits on the floor. Just kind of just breathing and just kind of feeling the carpet under his fingers and just kind of digging his nails in. And he reaches for his phone and then remembers he can't text anyone he would like to text because there's no fucking service. And so he tries to pull up. I imagine there's still Wi-Fi in the hotel. Nar? All right, cool. He's having a time. He's just gonna get dressed then. He's gonna go through the motions and just quietly eventually drag himself up and just change his clothes. He showered last night, so that's great because he doesn't really want to shower right now. And just kind of goes through the motions of getting ready for the day.
And we'll get back to that probably next time. because we're going to rejoin our duo who are engaging in some interviewing upstairs while the other two of you sleep. And Sophie, you had just inquired about the relationship
Mm.
with her father.
She gives you a look that it's like all of the anger that uh that Siobhan had been channeling earlier, like laser focused into one point on you. And then it kind of ices over for a second. She says,
Mm.
it's none of your business.
Right.
I'd appreciate if you turned off that recorder now.
Sure. Yeah. And she does. She'll put it down. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to make some sort of connection between the two of you. And clearly she was, passionate, had a lot of feelings toward her father. So I was just curious.
Why don't we go with a person who's going to tell you to mind your business related to her father, probably also has some emotional content regarding aforementioned parent figure.
That
leave it at
totally
that.
makes sense. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. And honestly, even that, thank you. I appreciate it.
I want to go to sleep. All right.
Okay.
I want to get to the bottom of this. I am pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I am pissed off. I died. That lady died. I'm apparently I'm questioning 1,000 things right now, and I will say,
Makes
talking to
sense.
you, it's helpful.
I'm
It's helpful.
glad.
It's exposing some of the cracks.
Mm.
But I want to go to bed because in the morning, that detective is going to show up in that door and he's going to ask a million questions, and some of them are going to be, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to come up with answers that somehow don't sound insane. Because everything I'm saying, everything that's coming out of my mouth, everything that's come out of my mouth since we walked off of that crime scene sounds fucking insane to me. Does it sound right to you? Does any of this sound right to you? Because it's coming out of my own goddamn mouth and it don't sound right to me.
I mean, I would typically say this is I think it's interesting. I think.
All right, let me tell you something. I know what a trauma response is. This ain't a fucking trauma response.
No, it's definitely different.
This is
beyond
some shit.
This is beyond, which is, I'm not going to lie, fascinating. But I can't understand if it's difficult for you. It must be weird. It must be weird.
It is deeply weird.
Right. Then
I'm going to wash this stranger's blood out from underneath my fingernails.
probably a good idea.
and I'm going to go to bed.
If you'd like, in the morning, if you're still Siobhan, we can get up a little early and chat about try to distinguish or help you distinguish, I guess. Would that be
Yeah,
helpful?
maybe.
Write it down or something?
That might help. But right now, I want to go take a shower. I want to go take a shower, and I want to not think about this for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so, Siobhan, you step into the shower, leaving Sophie alone in the room for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie, your phone is in your hand.
Yes.
It starts to ring.
Oh, okay. Super.
Did you ever have Eric's phone number in your phone?
Wait, remind me? Wait, whomst?
Eric, I'll send you the information that you sent me via DM.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at my list. Too many names.
You gave me a lot of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eric's calling you.
I think she was about to like rewatch the footage and re-listen to it, see if she could catch something. I think as soon as that starts ringing, she answers it. And she just says, "Hello, Eric. It's like 1:45 in the morning. Are you okay?"
And Sophie, there is just raspy breathing on the other end. Raspy and wet breathing.
All right. I I get that you are probably still mad at me. But I can't really help what happened. And this is just weird. Are
And
you
then there's the sound of coughing, like someone whose lungs are filling with fluid. And
Are you
he
okay?
chokes out, "Sophie."
I think she just hangs up. Don't like that. Don't like that. Yeah. And then I think she goes to text him and like starts typing out a like a not an apology, but like a "don't do that again. I know you're upset, but unless it's an emergency or something is like, there's no reason." And then like as she's typing it out, she's like, "No, forget it," leaves it kind of in drafts. And then I think she instead will go to text Charlie and Sam.
And that's when you realize, Sophie, there's no cell reception.
Okay. Kind of testing the room. Okay, super. Maybe I'm going through something now. Pulls out a little notebook, makes a little note. Got a strange call. 1:46 in the morning. No cell service? Question mark. Maybe should go to the doctor. Is this a trauma response? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
And I think we're going to pan away from you there,
Yeah.
Sophie, and just briefly rejoin with Siobhan. Because I think, Siobhan, as you are standing, washing the rest of the blood off your hands, trying to get it out from under your fingernails, there's a moment where you look up and you can't help but see the mirror. And you, of course, see Rachel's face there. But you also see your face superimposed on her. You see an almost ghostly outline with your clearly younger age, dark hair.
I think she like reaches out and sort of touches the mirror. Is there a resemblance at all? Like, do we no resemblance? Oh. Well, it's nice to know what getting older feels like. Didn't have that. So that's a blessing. That's a blessing. And she's going to turn away from the mirror, just turn away from the mirror and get in the shower.
I think that is going to be the heartbreaking moment we end on.
Super.
Glad.
Jeez.
We had a time tonight.
Sure did.
Them dice.
Them dice.
Them dice.
How we all doing as we go to wrap up?
I'm
this
so
is
excited. I'm horrified.
a great time. Character not loving the situation. He's just like, I would like to leave. I just want to go home, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think even Sophie's like, everything was fine until that call, and now it's
that
like
was the
a
limit.
little.
The weird phone call was the limit.
I think that call, she's feeling a little bit anxious, little bit.
Welcome to the club.
Out.
Sophie finally had a not nice time.
You finally caught up. I know you were loving this, like the murder. Oh, catch up.
Still could be.
Nope.
Some sort of.
It's not
something.
Nope.
But
you're trying.
These go sweat.
Sophie is reaching so hard. Honestly, just because something crazy isn't going to be easily what is it, sourced in her work. So, if you can't source it, it becomes a lot more difficult.
Don't remind me of graduate school.
That's the real
I need
horror.
graphs, okay?
The real horror.
The real horror story. is graduate school and sourcing.
All right, so I think with that, we're going to do some outros. I know there are a number of exciting things to be plugged. I'm going to start with you, Steph. Let me remember how to do this. Aha.
Yay! Hi, I'm Stephanie. You can find me at SBrownWrites on Twitter and under the handle Lavenza on Live from the Apocalypse Discord, where I lurk. Currently, Redacted is my main game that I'm in right now. You can catch some previous episodes of A Season of Secrets and Shadows before the finale happens. So I was in that one, and it was a time, and I'm excited to see where things go on this haunted ass island, because this has been a treat.
We love to see it. All right, Q.
Hello, it's me. Hi, you can find me at Midnight Inc. That is Midnight_INQ. Q is my name. I'm sure you get it. I am just a creature of the internets. We be out here. I am part of the production team for Tales from Table Studios. You can also find me playing there every opposite Thursdays from Redacted. Is the successor states of Rega. We are in the next arc, which is the Banquet of Excess, because they're all based off of the Seven Deadly Sins, which I am a huge fan of. Let's see, we have next Wednesday the end of Table 1 of the Secrets in the Stacks series, where Blood of the Harvest was the first table. Yes,
Yep, Blood of the Harvest.
Yeah, Blood of the
I called
Harvest.
it like Shadows and Blood and the Harvest. Yeah.
There's a lot going on. So yeah, there's the end of that. And then that Friday, Friday is the finale for the second table of season of Secrets and Shadows, which I'm very excited about. And then the 11th, which is a Tuesday, because I think that's how days work, is the Changeling game that Alex is running, Cold Iron, where, there are 4 sweet baby angels and a will. And it's just going to be such a great time. I am so looking forward to it. And I think for me, that's it. I think that's it.
Your podcast.
My podcast is on break. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've made it my mission to make sure you don't forget that.
You know what? That's fair. I do appreciate you. We are on summer break. We'll see you in the fall.
Valid.
Go switching naturally. Go catch up and then come see us in the fall.
All right, Della.
Hello, I am Della. You can find me at Live from the Apocalypse. This is where I am one of the admins here. You can find me tomorrow during the day, the afternoon, technically speaking. Time, it has no meaning. But you can find me at 1 o'clock right back here running Thy Kingdom Come, our Urban Shadows young adult horror directed by Guillermo del Toro series, where a girl is befriending every bioweapon possible, and a young boy just had his rib non-surgically removed by a fallen angel. And I think next arc we're going clothes shopping. So come on by. It's going to be a great time. Sometimes people pay me money and I talk in a silly voice. It's great. So yeah, that is what I do.
And that is happening tomorrow, incredibly.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Raph.
Hello, I'm Raph. I played Sophie McAllister tonight. Just a sweet baby. Innocent. What's happening? Okay. Tomorrow I will be watching both games. It'll be very exciting and very fun.
There's only one this time. There's only one this time, Raph. We don't have a season of Secrets and Shadows tomorrow.
Is it next week? Oh, okay. I'm getting confused. Okay. I will be watching tomorrow's game and then also watching next Friday's game with tears in my eyes. And then Tuesday the 4th. Okay. Tuesday the 4th, we have class reunion where I get to play a fun little barbarian warlock. Just had a very emotional beach episode. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Everyone is honestly emotionally at their best, mentally, emotionally, physically. We're so powerful right now. Anyway, then on the 11th, I'm also joining everyone in Cold Iron. Very excited to play that with Alex and the gang. And my character is lovely. And then there's a couple other things. One thing I'm assuming will be announced very soon. The other one we'll see. And yeah, that's me. Is that it? Am I missing anything? No.
I feel like you are, but I can't think of anything.
I feel like I am too, and I don't know. So anyway.
And I like going last because it means that everyone else already highlights the things that I need to highlight. So I will be back with Della for Thy Kingdom Come tomorrow because we both made that wonderful decision of doing a Thursday night game into a Friday afternoon game. I do not have to run a season of Secrets and Shadows. Okay, so yes, we'll be finishing up season 1 of Season of Secrets and Shadows. We've been greenlit for season 2, but I get a break, in part because I am running the second table of Shadows Between the Stacks. So that'll be happening next month. That is our find out table of the fuck around and find out variety. I am also in class reunion, and I will be joining the cast of Cold Iron. And I am also I feel so judged every time. I'm just not looking at the screen. I am also in Academy H, our Masked Actual Play podcast that we record every other Sunday. And I think the only 2 other things I have to disclose, are the fact that I am with Tales from the Table Studios for SCP A Crumbling Foundation. And then a secret project that I can't announce yet, but I am joining the cast of another long-term ongoing campaign. That'll be happening sometime next month, and I'm very excited. My character's name is Ghost, and that is all you can know about him right now.
Only 8, down from what, like 12 at your?
It was like, 13
like
or 14.
13 or
13
14.
or 14.
I had a 13-day stretch, but there was overlap because SCP is every Monday.
Yeah, but there was at one point you were like at a solid 11
Yeah.
games or
Yeah,
something
you were
like
at
that.
over
Okay,
10
I'm also a part of the cast of Nova because apparently we're keeping that as a monthly ongoing campaign over with.
So
9.
Um,
Still in the,
that sounds more like you.
that sounds more like you.
Yep,
Still in
getting
the single
closer.
digits though, so we're
Still
at
the- yeah.
We love self-care.
bonkers, not
It's better. And look, I'm just trying to be like you know what I'm saying? Booked and busy. We love that.
Exactly. It's fine. It's fine.
There's no judgment. There's just
No,
acknowledgement.
absolutely no judgment.
There's acknowledgement of like, my boy.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. I want to play in more games, but
I just need everyone to know that I sleep a normal amount.
You
that
do not
is the
lie
important
to
thing.
us.
Yeah,
When
that's
we-
don't believe
look,
you.
That's a lie.
had me so
I want to
adamant
read
about
the
that.
room.
Yeah.
Let's roll that.
Yeah.
That's boxcars right there.
Fuck, that's a
It's
5.
not. I wish
I guess you do.
it was 11.
I put my dice away, so I'm not engaging. Don't lie to us, JD. Don't do it.
Well, speaking of sleep, I am going to go sleep now so that I am not
Yay.
exhausted when it comes to Thy Kingdom Come. So
That seems
if you
like
are
a good
still
idea.
around, hang out. We're going to find someone to raid and come back tomorrow if you're able at 1 o'clock to enjoy Thy Kingdom Come and a shopping episode? ? So
I
say
hope
good night,
so.
my lovely cast.
Nice.
Good night, my lovely cast.
I love it,
Good
guys.
night.